What's up, everyone? It's been a pretty long time since I showed off my entire Blu-ray collection. I believe I last did this in 2017, so 2 years, and my Blu-ray collection has grown since then, and also my YouTube channel just hit 3 years a couple weeks ago. Last week I celebrated by redoing my top 10 favorite movies of all time. So this week I figured I may as well show off my Blu-ray collection once again. Let's just pray that it's in alphabetical order. I don't want to feel stupid in front of you all. I'm doing this the same way I did it 2 years ago. Just hold up the Blu-ray and might have a few words to say about it, and then on to the next one. So let's do this. And the first Blu-ray I have to show off to you guys today is 10 Cloverfield Lane. This is the sort of sequel to Cloverfield. I don't think these movies are attached. We're not quite sure yet. Maybe they exist in the same universe. The Cloverfield Paradox gave us more ideas, but we're still not totally sure. But still a great movie. John Goodman, pretty scary. 21 and 22 Jump Street. This is the collection. Some of the funniest comedy movies ever since the 2010s began. Really enjoy these films. The Amazing Spider-Man 2. The first time I watched it, I really liked it. The second time I watched it, not as much because I already knew what was going to happen. And I did not notice how crappy the movie is the first time around that I watched the movie. So probably won't watch this ever again. American Sniper. Have only seen this movie one time. Should probably watch it again. And a movie that is extremely underrated in my opinion. Annihilation. I own the 4K version of this. Natalie Portman and Oscar Isaac both star in the film. If you have not seen Annihilation, which I know many of you have not, please watch it because it's one of the best sci-fi thrillers I have seen in my lifetime. And my favorite movie in the MCU as of right now, Avengers Infinity War. Sorry to all of you Endgame fans, but Infinity War is such a great superhero movie, one of the best of all time in my opinion. My favorite movie from 2017, Baby Driver, some of the best car chase scenes I've ever seen. A really great cast here, except for Kevin Spacey because we all know what he did, but the movie overall really enjoyable. And the Disney animated classic Beauty and the Beast. I still really love this movie. Big Hero 6 is next up, and this is my second favorite Disney 3D animated movie that's not connected to Pixar. Blood Diamond, starring Leonardo DiCaprio. Excellent action, an excellent cast, led by Leo, who gives one of his best performances. And another one of my favorite movies in the MCU, Captain America, The Winter Soldier. I just love the action. I'm an action guy, what can I say? And that's why a lot of these Blu-rays are action movies. And The Winter Soldier is, again, one of those great action movies. Robert Redford, also, come on. Who doesn't love Robert Redford being inside of the MCU? Captain Phillips, remind me to never ride inside of a cargo ship ever in my life. Casino Royale, a lot of people think this is the best James Bond movie. Do I? No, there's another one that's in front of it, but Casino Royale is still really great and one of the best James Bond movies for sure. Tom Hanks again in Castaway. Remind me never to fly in a FedEx plane. Traveling with Tom Hanks is just miserable, isn't it? And here's the first movie in the Cloverfield universe. Cloverfield itself, one of my favorite monster movies of all time. I don't usually cry during movies, but Coco is one of those rare films where I did. One of Pixar's very best and gorgeous animation. Creed might just be my favorite Rocky movie. I'm sorry to all the original Rocky fans. A film I was a little bit higher on a couple of years ago. The Dark Knight Rises used to be one of my favorite films of all time, if not my favorite. But now it's fallen down the list. I think the predecessor to this, The Dark Knight, is a better movie because this one is a bit too convoluted in some areas, but it's so epic towards the end. Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. This is still my favorite movie in the Planet of the Apes trilogy from 2011 to 2017. Sorry, War and Rise, but you did not do the same things that I loved so much about Dawn. Talk about adrenaline pumping. Deepwater Horizon, starring Mark Wahlberg, is one of those films that just gets to me. It is gripping, but also extremely sad. And here's my triple feature of The Departed, Goodfellas, and The Aviator. The Departed, my favorite Martin Scorsese movie. Detroit is a heart-pounding film, one of my favorites from 2017. Django Unchained. You know why I'm so excited for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood this July? it's because of Quentin Tarantino and the type of films he makes. Like this. I mean, Tom Cruise apparently does more than just Mission Impossible. He also did Edge of Tomorrow, which is a really fun time travel movie. Ex Machina, yeah, this movie is not as good on second watch, but still a movie that makes me think a lot, and I respect the direction. Annihilation for this director, I think, is a better film, though. Will Toy Story 4 be good? I don't know, but I also did not think Finding Dory was going to be good, but it's a great movie, and that's why I own it. Yeah, I don't ever get tired of action movies, especially action movies starring Brad Pitt. Fury is one of those. I need to watch Us, but at least I've seen Get Out, which is an incredible movie with one of the best scripts of the last decade. Jordan Peele is one heck of a talent. The Gift. If you thought Jason Bateman was only good for comedy movies, think again, because he's a totally different animal in The Gift. Gladiator. I'm a huge fan of these types of movies, especially after watching Game of Thrones. Movies that take place in time periods like this with knights and swords and all that jazz. I really enjoy that kind of stuff, and Gladiator is one of the best movies that does that. And the last two movies in this franchise really were disappointing, but at least we still have the first movie, Godzilla, in the franchise, one that actually did things right, unlike Kong Skull Island and King of the Monsters. Thank you for existing. Gone Girl, David Fincher, Ben Affleck, Rosamund Pike. What else do I have to say? Hacksaw Ridge, my favorite film from 2016, starring Andrew Garfield as Desmond Doss, directed by Mel Gibson. And now we're at the Harry Potter collection, the other 4 movies in the Harry Potter franchise I have on DVD, but I do own The Sorcerer's Stone on Blu-ray, as well as The Prisoner of Azkaban, yep, Deathly Hallows Part 1, and Deathly Hallows Part 2. And Deathly Hallows Part 2, I think, is the best out of those 4, but Prisoner of Azkaban is pretty close. And what about the Hunger Games movies? We have the Hunger Games from 2012 and Catching Fire, both starring Jennifer Lawrence. The first movie and the second, I think, are really enjoyable, but they're not as good as they could have been. The Imitation Game, probably Benedict Cumberbatch's best performance, and the score here is one of my favorites as well. You know what's next on this list. It's Inception, my favorite movie of all time. The Indiana Jones collection, all 4 Indiana Jones films. Raiders of the Lost Ark is the best, but where the heck is Indiana Jones 5? I cannot wait till 2021 for that movie. Interstellar, Christopher Nolan again, stacked cast, all about space. Who doesn't love it? And then I have John Wick from 2014 and John Wick Chapter 2 from 2017. The first I still like a little bit better. Kill Bill Volume 1 and 2. This is, in my opinion, Kill Bill Volume 1 is my favorite Quentin Tarantino movie. I think it's his best. Volume 2 is okay. King Kong, directed by Peter Jackson from 2005. Monster movies are great, but monster movies directed by Peter Jackson are truly epic. La La Land, one of my other favorite movies from 2016, a complete surprise, really well directed, a beautiful looking movie with great lead stars here. Life of Pi, the next movie on my list that makes me tear up every now and then. Lincoln. It's not really my kind of movie. I respect the direction. Daniel Day-Lewis is a phenomenal actor. I'm sad that he's retired. Will probably come out of retirement eventually. Lincoln, one of his best performances, but not exactly my type of movie. The Lion King, the original from 1994. I am very excited for what the new one has to offer come July, but the original, nothing could ever beat that. Mad Max Fury Road, a straight up action movie that's not afraid to hold back on anything. Manchester by the Sea, a movie that breaks my heart, but is ultra realistic, a very relatable movie, and is so well acted. The Maze Runner. I actually really enjoy this movie. I know a lot of you think the Maze Runner trilogy is crap, but the first one at least is still a good movie in my opinion. The Mission Impossible collection, the first 5 films in the franchise, but I do not think any of them are nearly as good as Mission Impossible Fallout, my favorite movie from last year. Wow, what they did with this movie blew me away, and Tom Cruise, the guy continues to impress me doing his own stunts. Mission Impossible Fallout is an explosive movie. Munich, a Steven Spielberg movie that is overlooked but one of his best. I know a lot of you have not seen Munich, but the video I did, the review of Munich, is one of my most watched videos on my channel, so go check out that review and watch the film. Jake Gyllenhaal, this guy is crazy. Nightcrawler just shows why Jake Gyllenhaal is crazy. A riveting movie, really well directed. Jake Gyllenhaal is crazy. Nocturnal Animals shows why Jake Gyllenhaal is crazy. A surprising movie and one that caught me off guard time and time again. Only the Brave. A really great cast led by Josh Brolin and Miles Teller. Patriots Day. I tried holding my tears back towards the end of this movie. The entire cast is great. And it's one of those where you're all on the edge of your seat the entire time. Pirates of the Caribbean, The Curse of the Black Pearl, the best movie in this franchise, along with Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man's Chest, The Place Beyond the Pines. I'm sure a lot of you know this movie now because of other YouTubers on the platform, but another one of those movies that makes me think a lot, but has a really good script and has some direction that I have not seen before in any other movie. Prisoners. Talk about great acting. Jake Gyllenhaal, the guy is crazy. But who might be crazier than him in this film? None other than Hugh Jackman. He's insane. Ready Player One, the CGI is incredible in this film. The Revenant, the poster has been behind me all of these years. One of my favorite films ever. Savages, I cannot lie, I have not seen this movie in a very long time, but maybe I'll watch it again. Probably not. Just like Hacksaw Ridge, Saving Private Ryan that came way before it is a great war movie, one of the most realistic of all time, and has a spectacular cast. She's Out of My League, a funny but stupid comedy movie. Shrek Forever After. The only two good Shrek movies are the first and second. Shutter Island. This is why I love Leonardo DiCaprio. Sicario, very well acted, has some great action, beautiful looking cinematography, and has one of my favorite scores. Skyfall, my favorite James Bond movie, has continuous great action sequences with some of the best looking set pieces. Source Code, how many Jake Gyllenhaal movies do I own? Back to the James Bond movie. Spectre, definitely not on the same level as Skyfall or even Casino Royale, but a very fun James Bond movie at the very least. Spider-Man Homecoming, a good Spider-Man movie. Is it as good as Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man 1 and 2? No, but I still enjoy this movie. Star Trek Beyond, in my opinion, this is the best Star Trek movie in that new trilogy. I really hope they make a fourth movie, but it does not seem likely. Who's ready for my Star Wars collection? I have a lot of the Star Wars movies on DVD, including the original trilogy, but I do have a lot of the newest ones on Blu-ray, except for this one, Revenge of the Sith. This is a Steelbook movie, of course, it's from 2005. The prequels, but I love this movie still. I don't care what people say. I have The Force Awakens on Blu-ray. This is a Steelbook too. It's a good movie. And then I got Rogue One, A Star Wars Story. Yeah, this one was okay, but kind of disappointing to me. The Last Jedi, okay to me. A lot of you guys hate it. Whatever. And Solo, A Star Wars Story. A fun movie. Surprising to me. Better than I thought it would be. And I like it. Taken. I can't lie, this movie is better when you have alcohol in your system. Nonetheless, Liam Neeson is at his finest in Taken. Ted, I don't think this movie is that funny. My brother bought it a long time ago, and I own it. There Will Be Blood. A movie that I feel like a lot of you guys do not know about. You should. Daniel Day-Lewis, over the top, but terrific in the role he plays for There Will Be Blood. And the script, one of the best I've ever seen. Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy. Not gonna lie, I still have not watched this movie. Will Toy Story 4 suck? Toy Story 3 sure as heck did not, nor did the first or second. Toy Story 3, yeah, it's just a classic. It's one of the best Pixar movies of all time. Toy Story 4, you have a lot to live up to. I might be in the minority for this, but I do enjoy the original Transformers trilogy. The last two movies were garbage. Bumblebee was fun. This is Dark of the Moon on Blu-ray. Yeah, it's not as good as the first, but I still enjoy parts of this movie. And Patrick Dempsey, I love him as the villain in this film. WALL-E, another great Pixar movie, one of the best, and WALL-E is really cute in this movie. Who can deny that? Warrior, last time I watched this film, I bawled my eyes out at the end. It's a movie you must watch. please watch this. I beg you. Whiplash. God. J.K. Simmons is terrifying in this movie. He reminds me of one of my high school teachers, which is why this film sticks with me to this day. Wonder Woman. Wow, I still haven't opened this for some reason. That's not good, but Wonder Woman remains as my favorite DCEU movie. Wreck-It Ralph. This is the one that is my favorite non-Pixar Disney 3D animated film. I love video games, so that's why I love Wreck-It Ralph, plus it's pretty funny. And the last movie in my Blu-ray collection is none other than Zodiac, directed by David Fincher, with Jake Gyllenhaal, Robert Downey Jr., Mark Ruffalo. David Fincher's directing is at an all-time high. The script is one of the best scripts written since 2000, and it's thrilling from beginning to end. Alright, and there you guys have it. That is my entire Blu-ray collection. I have no idea how many Blu-rays are in that pile, but there were plenty for me to show off, and I had a great time doing this video for you guys again. Thank you to those of you who stuck around till the end of this video. Hopefully in the future I have more, so this takes me 3-4 hours. Maybe I'll reach 500 Blu-rays eventually, but I guess we'll see. Again, I had a really fun time. I always love doing Blu-ray videos for you guys. It's one of the best things I do on this channel, in my opinion. I believe the next movie I will be seeing in theaters is X-Men Dark Phoenix. Very excited. Get ready for that review next. If you're new to my channel, click the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Thank you all so much for watching this video, and I hope you all have a fantastic day.